points somehow. And that's with all my strikers blanking. And a -1 for the dumb. I didn't even know the keeper got sent off until today. I was wondering, why has the keeper got -1? -1. And I've got no keeper for the next game. I've got no keeper for the next game.
Oh, yeah. But Dunk, they were wrong to do that, though.
That means I
shoot
have to kick him out. So I've got no choice.
I'm gonna leave it on this day. The reason why is because
whatever you say, bro. I'm just you're the Apple man.
Is it? Oh, okay.
All right. Welcome to the review, guys.
The dugout.
The Dugout Live.
a lot of people's not smiling today.
We've done Sheon as well. Let's talk about that because everyone's happy.
You know what's
to see
upsetting
Don
is
Sheon
I
back.
actually really wanted to come the week. You got punched up by Liverpool just to talk
No, you
about
didn't. No, you
Yeah, I
didn't.
did, but I couldn't.
No, you didn't. Because you actually told us just before we came on live that you hate Man United, you hate the club, you hate the players, you hate the manager, you even hate Red.
You
told
actually
us
said
this.
I don't support them as well.
Yeah, she did say that, but I didn't want to bring that bit up. I didn't want to bring that bit up. I didn't want to bring that bit up.
Can you guys tuck in, please, a bit more?
Yeah.
Sure. I know you don't.
Okay.
Alright, let's kick it off. Thank you guys. We are live with the review. We're going to wait for a couple people to come in. You know what time it is. You know what week it is as well. Wow.
Shout out to Michael Darbo.
Yeah, man, like Michael
Big Mike
Darbo.
now.
You know that voice behind the cam, Mike. You know who that is.
He better shout his man.
So yeah, while people were waiting to join, I was just filling you in on my FPL.
Yeah, go on.
I did not know Sanchez got sent off, so I logged in and I saw -1. I was thinking, how does a keeper get -1? And then today, someone was like, "Oh, you got sent off." I was like, "What?" So I have no keeper because I did my wild card this week.
Why? I thought you said you was going to use it after international.
Yeah, but my team was just dead, and I just thought, forget this, man. And unfortunately, what I did was I used to have like a swappy keeper on the bench, but I put Scott Carson on the bench.
Bruh.
He doesn't even get on the bench for Man City, but he's the cheapest keeper in the game, and I needed a little bit of extra fun. So now I have to change my keeper for the next game, even though my plan was to kick Ronaldo to the curb.
Why though? What, do you think Ronaldo's not going to? Do you think he's not going to show up?
Do you know what? It's not even that actually. It's for the price that he is on the game. He's just not. He's not doing enough for me to justify keeping him.
You think so?
He's not even in the top 5 strikers. Wow. Yeah, he's like number 7 or something like that, and he costs way more than everyone else. But unfortunately, this is where you're gonna hate me now. I have to. I've started putting.
No, I don't like that. Fem,
Yeah.
don't do that shit either.
I'm pivoting.
Fem.
I'm pivoting.
Fem, I also saw I can see something in your midfield as well.
Started pivoting to their players.
No, Fem, it's
know
never
what?
necessary. Bro,
It has to
FPL's
be.
foot 19
It has
teams.
to
Use
be.
19 teams in FPL.
It has to be.
Use 19
It
teams
has
in
to be.
FPL. We know that. There's no need to use a Spurs player ever.
I've started pivoting to their players.
But I can see someone in your midfield that I'm very unhappy about that. Why have you done that?
Because, man, I need points.
Because what?
Can we get
Bro,
a name?
you don't
please?
need
Can we get
points.
a name, please?
I don't want to say it.
You have to
I've
say it.
already got Son in my team.
I respect that one.
And I'm
an Arsenal fan.
pivoting to.
I respect Son.
I'm pivoting.
He actually respects. He actually does respect Son.
I'm pivoting to take Ronaldo out, and I don't trust Lukaku.
I
So
don't
my
trust him.
only logical step is to put Kane in.
Why not Vardy?
Vardy.
Might as well leave Ronaldo.
No, but Vardy's been scoring points. It's
Is
just
that
I
actually?
don't trust Vardy. Do you know what it is? I've looked at Tottenham's fixtures, and they are gonna just do something.
Especially with Conte.
Yeah, they're gonna start scoring goals, man. And Kane. has
That's
to score.
irrelevant. You know, there's still 19 teams to pick for. I can't understand that.
But there's no strikers in the game this year. Have you noticed that? There's and there's not even any good strikers, let alone strikers.
There's 19 teams to pick from.
Man. But yeah, nah, it's all good. But shout out to everyone tuning in.
Shout out Anton as well. He's back again. I think he's still top of all the leagues. You know, I'm not sure. There's a couple leagues I'm in with him, and he's still top. Someone last week alluded to him cheating, but I don't believe so. They alluded to it, but I don't believe it.
All right. So,
Guys, let's get cracking.
all right.
We have Don Sheon back as well today, guys. For a lot of people who have either asked for him or just haven't seen him as new visitors, this is Don Sheon on the left. Guys, shout out Don Sheon. Shout out Don Sheon. He is our resident Man United fan. For those that don't know, for those that want to know, Don Sheon is the man. You know, let's give him a little hail up. Don Sheon, what was you know what? Let's start off with you. What was your highlight of this weekend? I'm gonna give everyone 2 quick highlights. What was your highlight of this weekend?
My highlight of this weekend was watching Manchester City play United off the park.
It's gone dark.
I think.
No energy to be honest.
I think for the first time, I genuinely dislike City. Honestly, I dislike them as a club, as an institution, their sponsors, their fans.
By the colour blue.
I dislike everything about them. I dislike them. I think they're everything that's wrong with football.
Wow. Wow.
However, there's one thing that's as a club, by the way, not the team, not the players.
Look, on the timeline, someone says, big up Don. Yeah, cuz they're happy
However,
to see you, bro. You're
what
hitting the
I'll
hell at the
say-
man then.
Shout out to man them. What I'll say is this: as a team of 11 players and a coach or whatever it is, they're fantastic. They're fantastic. Phil Foden, he's developing at a scary pace. Declan Rice, by the way, quick shout out, developing at a scary pace.
He's in my FPL team.
He's,
My guy.
he's looking like
Don't say it though. Don't say
looking
it.
like one of the best. Well, on form, he's the best midfielder in the Premier League. Yeah. Right.
Best midfielder in the Prem.
I
Do you
saw
know what,
that.
Don man like Don? I
saw
agree with
that.
you, man. I agree with you, bro.
I
He's
saw
been
that.
doing stuff. He's been bullying
No,
stuff.
really,
no, no,
best
no.
midfielder
I
in
said
the
it
Prem.
over there. I said he's
Yeah.
been on.
He's been
everything.
good, but best
In
midfielder
this
in the
season,
Prem.
blocks. Where do you think Declan Rice has come? First.
He's in the top 2,
First.
definitely for that.
Interceptions. First. Passing accuracy. First. Possession 1. First. Successful passes. First. And tackles first. That's it. There's nothing more you can say. That's pretty much everything the centre mid needs to do. He's on form. And West Ham are thriving.
You're hearing it on the dugout. I'm not sure of the views of the dugout, but
But,
you're hearing it from Don Sheon.
I'm not going to take too long. I'm going to quickly, because I think some people wanted to hear my verdict on what's going on at United. I think, firstly, I'm Ollie in till summer, in which case I'm Ollie out. Because I don't think there's anyone feasible. I didn't catch all of it, but I would have taken Conte at United.
Why?
Did you say you would have or wouldn't?
Wouldn't have.
Wouldn't have. Getting Conte at United, the only metaphor I can give is it's a bit like getting a Range Rover to start making a car and then halfway through being like, oh, we're just gonna let Ferrari finish off. It doesn't work. I don't think he could work with the players we have properly. And if he does,
Bro, one thing that you lot do is spend money.
yes, but
And
we've
one thing that he will know is I want this player, that player, that
yeah,
player.
yeah.
Exactly.
But we don't
So
wanna. But we don't wanna.
Conte's next spend is not really that high.
No, it is.
Yeah, because he's at clubs where they can sell one player
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a lot of money.
Like
So that's what brings
like
management
Lukaku.
down.
But
Yeah.
no, but I agree. We would spend money. We'd get him in, but it'd be at the. I think Oli is taking us out of the. That's why I don't think he's a bad manager. I think of the top 20 in the Prem, he's top 10. He's better than the vast majority of the managers in the
But
Prem.
the problem
and he's got
is,
the points to
the
show
problem
that.
is with that is that if you say he's top 10, is he at the latter end of the top 10?
No, he's not. He's not top 5. No, he's not.
Okay, and
He's
so
not.
if that's the case, how can a team that wants to finish in the top 5 be with this manager?
Well, we'll finish in the top 5. I don't think that's an issue. I think.
So where do you think you'll finish? As we said today,
I think we'll
on the
finish
dugout.
3rd or 4th.
Third.
Or 4th.
Third.
What, with this current manager?
Yeah.
You said Oli into the summer, but you will finish with this manager, Oli in. You will finish third.
Or 4th. Yeah. I think it's really interesting that you guys think that United are that bad because you forget that.
I've watched a lot. I've watched more of United than
I've watched every minute of United this season.
Third, did you say? Third.
Or fourth.
I would be worried if I was you.
Do you know what?
That's me.
Let me tell you why.
When Man United, when they're playing quick, sharp, aggressive, Man United are
Whatever.
beasts.
Okay, fantastic. Whatever you lot have done this season, there's something missing.
It's obvious what we've done. Though.
There's something missing in your team. Last year, yeah, I would have said your firepower could have got you up to third, fourth. But
Came second, by the way.
okay, but I'm talking about now, yeah. There's something in your. You've hardly played very well in about probably 2 games this season.
Yeah.
I can only think of 2 games that you've played.
Leeds and Tottenham.
Tottenham, and I would say the second half of Atalanta. Apart from that, I can't think of a game where you lot was on form.
Yep, I agree.
So form just doesn't. And I've seen this picture before, and I keep telling people, the Emery tax, the Emery PTSD is forever in my memory, where Arsenal just were not playing well, and you just knew that they weren't playing well, and there's just no. And then when it falls down, there's no coming back from it. You're at a point
But that's
now,
not true.
No,
Because
very
Ollie's done it
rare-
before, though.
Yeah, but it's not gonna. Listen,
Alright, look,
I've never
what is
seen
to
a
say-
man under this much
What is
pressure
to say?
before.
What is to say? And this is very possible. What is to say that in January we don't go out and buy a defensive midfielder? Is that impossible? Very possible, I lie.
Very possible.
Right.
Declan Rice.
Well, no.
Is
That's
that
gonna be
never?
like no,
Never.
That's gonna be like 150 million.
Never.
But-
Never
But
as
I
well.
just don't think
Never.
players are the problem.
No, it is.
Nah.
I think both. No.
I don't think
You
players
can't
are the
say-
problem.
I agree with it being both of them.
It's both,
I
it's
agree
both,
with it
it's
being
both.
It's
Oli-
not- It's not solely Oli.
It's not solely Oli. It can't be solely Oli because look, there are some things that he can't mitigate for. For example, like Tally was, ribbing me about earlier. There's nothing you can do when your left back goes from being arguably the best left back in the world that season to playing like a poor man's Ryan Bertrand. There's nothing you can do. He's just playing like he doesn't know how to defend at all anymore. It's embarrassing. Maguire's playing embarrassingly. Pogba has been. Listen, don't get me started on Pogba, guys.
Well, no, get started because we asked you about Roy Keane off
I
camera.
just think
and
Pogba.
you said that Roy Keane should never have worn a United shirt.
Never said that. Right. I just think Pogba is. I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised.
The timeline. So what we're doing now, what we are introducing as well is the chat with the timeline and introducing their thoughts. Samuel Bonso has said Don is deluded. Is he on magnums? I don't know if he is or not. Only he can answer that. Some of them have said it's 100% Ole. Is Ole better than Eddie Howe? Is a question aimed at you.
Let me ask you a question then.
Stephen
One question.
B, he has said, of course he is.
Can I ask one question?
Yes.
Is David Moyes better than Oli?
100%.
You've heard it there first from a Man United fan.
Yeah.
You know what the thing is why, like Stephen B says, the players are not the problem. Like I said to someone, and Guardiola actually made this. He said something yesterday that I posted in one of the groups. I said Man City are playing football without looking. They're passing
You actually said that this week. Yeah.
to positions without looking whether there's a player there or not. So what? And then Guardiola at the end of the game came out and he actually explained it. The man said, "You lot kept the ball really well," but he said, "It's not about keeping the ball. It's about making the ball work rather than the players work." That's why he didn't make any substitutions yesterday because the players just looked like they were fresh. So what? And he said that as well. He said we didn't need to make.
in the zone.
Exactly, they got players that play in
And
zones.
they just hug the touchline.
They
That's what it
hug
is.
That touchline, and the ball goes there every single time. And
Do you
there's
know-
always a player.
It was so mad
collecting the ball.
when Gundogan done that pass and someone was warming up across there because he just thought someone was just going to be there. He just thought someone was going to be there, but it was someone running across the touchline, someone just warming up. And he was like, he looked like, like he was like, oh my God, I cannot believe that I've just made that pass. You know what I mean? He's just, his hands were in his head.
But let me say what it is about.
The positional
Yeah.
experience and the positional play is incredible.
Let me run it down really quickly. I think United's problem is threefold. There's three issues, right? Okay. One, we have a surplus of forwards. Okay. And when one of them forwards is Ronaldo, and I'm not blaming Ronaldo at all. I think Ronaldo is basically carrying United on his back at this point.
Of course.
But when you've got a surplus of forwards and play Ronaldo, what you need is a manager who's decisive enough to say, all right, I've got 6 or 7 extremely talented forwards, but this is the 3 or 4 that's going to fit the system, and this is the system, which brings me on to problem number 2, which is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer himself. I think Ole is an excellent man manager. For some reason, we pretend that man managing is not a skill, but it's an incredible skill. One that Conte actually really struggles with, by the way. He's not a great man manager. Yeah, he has issues with his players a lot. And
I think he done well with his players at Milan though.
Yeah, but he liked some of them, and then some of them he fobbed off.
But who?
He wasn't the biggest fan of. He was the centre mid before Barella. He was older. I'm gonna get him out of it. Even Perisic he didn't really fancy. But he has an issue at Chelsea. He had an issue with quite a few players. At Milan, there's a player at centre mid that came out and spoke against him. He even had an issue with Martinez.
But Martinez was wrong.
But it's about how you draw them out. But I don't think he's a great manager. Tuchel as well is not the best, but Tuchel's actually very disrespectful. But I don't understand how to play.
He's very, very disrespectful.
Very, very. The stuff he says.
He's not playing, and he's not playing Pulisic. That's getting me
It's
mad.
incredible. It's
But
incredible.
he doesn't care though. That's the difference.
No, but you know why? Because what you guys said is perfect. Because it's the same thing with Liverpool. Football nowadays is a lot less about individual attacking, and it's more choreographed. Everything is choreographed.
They said he is decisive.
People are playing plays. That's what it's. City are doing plays. Do you know what I mean? For those of you that watch NFL, you know what I mean. So United, we haven't got plays. We go out there and we kind of have ideas. And the final thing, I think, is killing us. And I saw this coming from a long time ago. A lot of people talk a lot of shit about McTominay and Fred, but they're not helped. They're not helped by the system. They often get left in. If you watch the Atalanta game, Oli spoke about playing a 4-2-4, remember. When you have 4 players pressing the back line, yeah? And those players are not efficient pressers and they're not choreographed pressers, it gets easy to play through the press, yeah? A lot's been made of it on Monday Night Football, a lot of videos. So now when you've played through the press of the first 2 players, understand that now the 2 players in midfield have about 30 yards, give or take, of space they've got to cover. Of course, they're going to look shit because they're never going to get across. Fred and McTominay are never getting across. I'm going to make a bold shout. I think Fred could play for Manchester City. I think he could play for them because he would be given a
What, because of his work rate?
Yeah, one his work rate is incredible. But no,
What about his ability?
He's not a horrible footballer. He plays for the Brazil.
I said, what about his ability?
Yeah, he's good. He's a good enough player. He's good.
No. What about his ability in a City system? That's the one.
But this is what I'm trying to say. City systems accentuate strengths and hide weaknesses. For United, Fred has to be an excellent passer to break lines. For City, like you said, there is always an option. There is always an option. So all you need to do is make the pass left or right, find the ball. You don't have to do what you doesn't do at maybe 60-yard, 40-yard switches. And for me, I think one person I'm really not a fan of is Paul Pogba, because against Liverpool.
Wasn't playing though.
What do you mean against City? Yeah, no.
I think everyone just likes to attack.
Oh,
this guy.
just let me make the point. Let me make the point. I'm a United fan. I don't like to attack Pogba.
What's this? Is it another Black Sooners?
I don't like.
This is another Black Sooners.
No, firstly, he came on against Liverpool. For a player of his stature, a centre midfielder at 28 years of age, you would think he knows how to tackle. No? You would think at this point he knows how to tackle. This is his second two-footed lunge in 5 games. He did it against Ruben Neves. He did it today. He did it against Atalanta. He can't tackle. He switches off.
But
and
maybe,
against...
I think maybe that you
the
missed
worst...
The trick here. You missed the trick. I think maybe he's self-sabotaged.
Well,
But it doesn't even make sense.
The problem that I've got with that is, in that game, you should have had 3 red cards because your players just totally lost their heads. So
In
it
what
wasn't
game? City game?
No, in the Liverpool game.
Who?
Ronaldo.
Didn't get... Why would that be a red card?
Okay, but he lost his
Yeah,
head.
but he got
was
yellow.
lucky
Wouldn't
that
be a
the
red.
ball was there.
He kicked the ball on purpose.
Bruv,
What are you
he
talking
was
about? Are you talking about the slide when he's gone off the pitch?
That was another
On
one.
what,
the
on
other
De Bruyne?
day. I'm talking about the Liverpool one where he kicked the ball.
Curtis Jones.
Oh, when he was kicking up Curtis Jones, the one that's young enough to be his kid.
And
What
what's
does that mean?
Why is he booting up the youth though? Why is he booting up the youth?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Why is he booting up the youth?
Don't do that.
Oh, there's no need to be booting up Curtis Jones. Come on, bruv. Come on.
Don't do that.
There's no need
Let me
to
ask you
do
something.
that.
Let me ask you something. If it was a Spurs player on the floor, would you be happy if your Arsenal player was booting him up?
Yes.
Right, so then shut up. Then.
No, never,
Alright,
never,
shut up then.
never. Listen, there's no need for Ronaldo to be booting up the youth. There's no need for Ronaldo to be booting up the youth. Never as well, in any world. In any world. I'm going to look down camera one. There's no need for Ronaldo to be booting up the youth, ever. That's unacceptable. He should have been sent off for that.
I'm just making the point that in that game, a few of your players did kind of lose, and they made that point in commentary. The discipline kind of went. So fair enough, Pogba didn't help himself with the tackle, but there were
Okay, so then here's... All right, so then here's what I want. Did you watch us against Atalanta? Did you watch us against Atalanta the next game after the Liverpool game?
Yeah.
Did you see Pogba in the first half when he just couldn't go without losing the ball?
Might just be off form.
No, man. You can't say somebody's a world class centre mid and can't pass.
Like I said, I'm not really bothered whether he's good or not. I just don't think it gets to the point.
What's this?
They want engineer out, bruv. They got the banners. Engineer out. They got the banners up saying engineer out. Right. Right. You just trying to throw it in that it's J Mac the Ghost.
Aaron asked a question.
It's not J Mac the
Aaron
Ghost.
said why doesn't United play like Leeds and go all out attack? The reason we can't even go all out attack is if you look at the way we play, it isn't even what. Firstly, Leeds are actually the fittest team in the Premier League, so we're never going to be able to match it and keep up that intensity. And secondly, I think going all out attack doesn't even suit us because one, when Pogba doesn't play, we don't have a centre midfielder who can link defence and attack well. Good example is Partey, very good at that. And Ndombele, very good. Just taking the ball off the back foot, progressing.
Lokonga.
We don't have a set. No, Lokonga's not that good.
Sambi is not that guy. Because I'm on Sambi watch, by the way. Don't get me started on Sambi. I am on Sambi
He's
watch.
all right, but he's not that
He's
guy.
just okay.
Right, he's all right.
Yeah, I'm on Sambi
So we
watch.
ain't got
at the
that.
moment.
And then someone else we have to add to the list who's recently starting to really disappoint me is Wan-Bissaka. He's killing us. He's
Right.
killing us
So
now.
quick question. I'm gonna just I'll fire it out because I'll do the punditry here. So, question: what do you think of what happened for the goal? Not forget the Maguire and the Shaw nonsense at the back. City. Bissaka coming out or hold it? What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, they had the big debate about
What
it.
is your thoughts on it?
But
Forget what anyone else has said. What
I'm
is
a-
your actual thoughts on that? If you was watching that and you hadn't seen anything else, what's your thoughts on that?
Let me remind myself of it. I'm a fullback, so I think on the day
That's loud, you
I
know.
was agreeing.
Guys, a man is on this panel has said he's a fullback. You could play for.
I'm definitely better than Wan-Bissaka going forward. That man is struggling.
He is
Yeah, man, it's
struggling. And the problem that you've got is you haven't actually got a replacement for
We
him.
do.
Aaron Lent
Who?
said he was meant
Gallo,
to be the.
but
He
he's-
said he was
No,
meant to be the
yeah,
best
come on,
defensive
he's just-
right back in the world.
I don't even.
He
I
is-
would.
he is one of the best
You know what?
defensively,
Yeah.
but-
the
They said
fact
he
that-
was meant to be the best.
The fact that you've got what's his name, Diallo,
Yeah.
and Teller, what's his name,
Telles.
Tellez.
Why
as
is
your-
Tuanzebe so crap?
your
as well?
backup, yeah, as your
He's
backup
crap, he's crap.
fullback. It's just not good enough to be honest with you.
Wait, you think they're not good enough?
I don't think they're good
Who's
enough.
your backup
They're not
fullbacks?
good enough. Tavares and
You think Tavares is better than Telles?
He most certainly is.
Is better
Bro,
than
he
Alex
most
Telles?
certainly is. Like most certainly as well.
Certainly.
Bro,
Listen,
cuz.
Tavares is. Anyway, I'm not even gonna talk
Don't
Arsenal
do it.
now.
Don't do it.
I'm not
Don't
doing
do
it.
Forget that I'm beaten in 10.
How many Champions games? How many Champions games has Tavares even played in his career?
You just
What are you
asked
man
if he's
talking
better
about?
than him. That's what you
He's
asked.
not better than him, man. Get a
Oh,
grip, man.
guys.
He's the backup right back.
Get
He's
some
a-
sleep.
No, we don't have one.
Right, that's what
No,
you
we
talking
don't
about.
have
Come
one.
out of here, man.
We got rubbish ones.
Yeah,
We're
let's
good,
not talk
but
about
they're not-
anything at the back.
Yeah, nah, come on. Our backline is solid, mate. We're all right.
But essentially, I'm just trying to see this
If
goal
Tellez was so good, why is he not playing ahead of Shaw?
because Shaw was that good. That this is the
but
issue.
he's been
But this is the
off
issue with
all
Oli. This is
season.
the issue with Oli. Too loyal to certain players.
What Ollie's done? Anyway, my only argument coming from that fantastic segment, by the way, on Sky Sports that I was glued to.
I couldn't leave. I was meant to leave. I was meant to leave and go.
Oh no!
I was meant to leave and go fireworks. I was meant to leave.
Wan-Bissaka's done nothing.
I was meant to leave to go and see fireworks.
Done nothing. How? What did
And they said that it was.
He did what? Wait, hold on. Hold on.
About 5 yards of space.
Hold on.
It was more than that.
You should always try and close down. However, with a team like City, if you as a fullback actually, if you run out and you press and you don't check your surroundings, there might be a runner that runs into your space. You can't do that.
He's being Micah Richards right now.
You can't do it.
Was on a wind up yesterday.
Yeah, I think he was paid to do that. Which
He was
yeah.
winding up
You see here.
And Roy Keane.
You see here.
Yeah.
He is in for a fullback. That is no man's land. You don't want to be rushing out there. If you get beaten, firstly that ball.
Bro, but he did nothing, and it's still. They didn't stop any crosses. That's the problem. And City targeted them on the crosses. So the problem, look, that's nothing. You can't do that.
The person whose fault this is Luke Shaw's.
Oh,
Just
but
deal
it's
with it.
Dyer's fault.
It's De Gea's fault as well. Why is De Gea chested the ball into the net?
De Gea's saved us so much.
Okay, forget that. Why has he chested the ball into the net? Why, bro, let's
I don't think.
address
I think it's come out in late. I think it's come.
Nah, it's nothing to do with that. He's chested the ball into the net. He's chested the ball into the net.
Ow!
He's chested the ball into the net.
Get beaten.
So what? It's better than just letting the ball.
It's not better than.
Continuously crossing the
if he
ball.
runs out to the ball, the cross doesn't happen. And
No.
the goal doesn't happen.
That's not
The
what
goal, the goal does not happen there. The goal does not happen.
There's
The
no
goal
one
does not
else on
happen.
the
In the
outside.
Liverpool game,
Bro, there's
when he
no-
ran out to Salah and they just passed it around him.
Yeah, but they were
There was no one else on
they
the
were doing
outside
that.
of
They
him.
were doing that with
There was-
They were doing that with Cancelo. No, there's no one on the outside of him. He just needs to run out.
And that's up to Baye. He just has to do his job. Anyway, it's all good, man. That
But I will say this. I think,
Timeline says you always engage the ball.
I think Ole, you should, but you don't just press sillily. Well, I think Ole's gonna. I think it's one or two things gonna happen. He's gonna make some drastic changes, or he's gonna be moved on. He's gonna have to start playing. Someone in the comments said he's gonna have to start playing Van der Beek. He's gonna have to finding some way for Sancho.
What's happened
to
to
play.
that youth?
He's there. He's just not playing, innit? Because
Why would they clap him? Why would they clap
Sorry,
him?
sorry.
Why
Can
would
I
they
just
clap
say,
him?
I'm not a Man United fan,
Why would
yeah,
they do
but
that? Why would they clap
was
him?
that just dissent against the manager, or do people think he's the answer?
no, but Van der Beek is a very good footballer, though.
No, but why would they?
Oh, come
Why
on.
would they so upset about?
Hey, engineer, can I chat to you for a second? What the fuck is going on with these Arsenal fans?
I'm just not doing it. I'm not saying he's not a good player.
Wait, what's the situation, though, Shane? Because
What's
that
this?
language is unacceptable. Like, it was so aggressive, bruv. You know, yellow card.
Speak your truth, Sean. Tell us what's
I'll say
wrong.
what you say.
Let
Say
us
what's
have
your mind.
interest.
These men have been above us in the table for the first time in a decade, and they're fucking chatting shit like they run this
Let
thing.
me land first, yeah.
Man United
saying-
run
Are you hearing that, by the way?
I'm not
Man
saying.
United run nothing.
Would Van der Beek start for Arsenal?
I don't.
That's a good question. That's actually a good
Because
question.
Arsenal are in for him.
I'm not gonna answer
That's
that
a good
Of
question.
course he'd start for Arsenal.
Who? Sorry.
Arsenal are in for Van der Beek. They were in for him.
Okay, if you believe that. But ahead of who?
Samba boy.
He
Are you
doesn't-
taking the piss?
Nah.
I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna retire.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
contact
They
wise,
think you've retired already. This is the first time we've seen you
But the problem
since
is,
Ronaldo
okay,
scored.
You're talking about our starting midfield because you've got your starting midfielder. He doesn't start ahead of Xhaka. He doesn't start ahead of Partey.
I just want to get this live on.
He doesn't start ahead of
Sorry,
Xhaka.
can we get that? I want the
Yeah.
You're telling me Granit Xhaka is better than Donny Van der Beek?
He doesn't start ahead of Xhaka.
Granit
Whatever-
Xhaka is
what
better
does
than
the
Donny
timeline
Van der
Whatever
Beek.
you want to say, however you want to put it, you can
Tally,
stay out of it. It
Tally.
doesn't matter.
I'm gonna stay over.
Stay out of
Leave
it.
it
I want to know what the timeline thinks.
People just think that Granit Xhaka is just a scrub.
I don't think he's a
He's
scrub.
the captain
But come on,
of
Van der
his
Beek is
national
much.
team. He was
Of
in the
Switzerland.
Yeah.
He would be captain of Jamaica if he was playing. What
Was
does
he
that
not
mean?
in the Euro team of this tournament just now?
Come off, man.
Was he not just in the
So was
Euro team of the
so was
tournament?
Luke Shaw, but you might all of a sudden he wasn't that
But
good.
he's not playing good. I never said he's not good.
And Xhaka's not playing at all.
Yeah, because he's injured.
Yeah, that's not his fault. Is that Van der Beek is better than him?
Oh my God.
It's simple as that.
Okay.
Well,
Do you
the
know
timeline
what?
thing.
If Van
Let
der
me know
Beek
what the
was
timeline
so
thinks.
great, why has he not played any minutes?
Because Ollie.
And when he does play, he just looks like an average footballer.
That's a lie.
He does.
He came on and got our last chance. He's very
Oh,
good.
he came on and gave the ball away 100 times as well.
That doesn't make
And
sense.
Shayon's
He does.
under
I saw
all
him
kinds
giving
of
the ball
pressure.
away.
That doesn't make sense.
Bruv, all I saw was the
doesn't make
first
sense.
touch.
And
after he
Xhaka,
got chairs.
By the way, stand
He
by
got
it.
And
chairs
Xhaka
coming
doesn't
on.
give the ball away, doesn't he?
I don't wanna-
Xhaka is a metronomic passer of.
I don't want to
Obviously-
joke.
obviously-
By the way, I stayed out of the
By the way,
Xhaka conversation. I stayed out.
If Xhaka was at Man United, he would be starting week in, week out.
Yes, he'd be starting
Week in, week out.
in the box upstairs with the rest of
He would
the
be starting.
pundits talking
He
about
would-
what's going on. Xhaka wouldn't
Xhaka
get
would walk-
anywhere near my side. Are you
Xhaka would walk
joking?
into Man United's
Why
first
does
team.
Fred
Listen,
get
this is
paid
the
over
difference between
VDD?
us and you
people-
guys.
people are
Man United
people are
fans would
joking,
riot
mate.
if a player shit as Xhaka took place. You guys support him. Xhaka is not
I don't
United
so-
level.
listen,
Don't try it.
No,
Xhaka is not.
people
Would not start for
disrespect
United.
This guy like he's just a scrub.
He's not a scrub.
He's
He's
not.
not United.
Bro,
he's not good
listen,
better than anyone at
he's
United.
better than all your
Dan Van-
midfielders.
all
What
my
do you think of
midfielders.
this statement? Xhaka
Including
is
Paul Pogba.
Arsenal's Henderson.
No, he's not.
That's what
Xhaka
was on the
actually
Henderson is
timeline.
better than
makes
Xhaka.
up. Listen,
saw the timeline
people
of shit.
disrespect Xhaka. He actually is.
I-
anyway,
Reggae
it's all
boy.
good,
Just, can I
man.
get this
Reggae
clip?
Can we
boy.
move on from Man United?
Sorry,
please?
can I
Wait
get
one
this?
second,
You
reggae
said-
boy, you okay? Okay, cool.
Man, he would walk into Man United's team. End of story. Anyone could argue with that. It's all good. That's my opinion.
Femin's had enough. Femin's snaps.
Fucking rubbish.
I'm not.
Man said he's better than
It is.
every United
Bro,
midfielder.
I just can't
Granit
deal with.
Xhaka.
Do you know what it is? I just can't deal with
Paul Pogba.
these players that get
Wait,
better because
is
they're
Xhaka
not
better
playing.
than Paul Pogba?
They're not playing. I said he walk into your midfield.
Is he
doesn't-
better than Paul
Bro,
Pogba?
you lot have told me that Pogba's not a holding midfielder. He's not an attacking midfielder. So
I've
he
never
would
said
get
he's not
in.
an attacking
He,
midfielder.
if you played Xhaka next to Pogba, yes, he would get in.
Huh? Who would tackle?
Okay,
Which
it's
one
all
of them
good.
would tackle?
It's
No,
all good, man.
state names.
Bro,
Wait, which
you
one
know
of them
what,
gonna
yeah?
tackle?
Everyone
You
is
know
agreeing
what?
with Femi. Not one
you know
person is
what,
agreeing
yeah?
with you, but I don't
I'm
want to
just
say
saying-
about Xhaka. I will
No, do
not
you know
do
what
it.
it is?
Now, what's Aaron? I need to know what Aaron
Let's
said.
park Xhaka to one side. Let's
I'll
get
belt
back to
Aaron now,
Van der
bro.
Beek. Van der Beek, yeah, and players like this, they get better because they're not playing. So people think that they're like he was good at Ajax. I'm not gonna deny that, but some players are just not built for the Premier League. They're just, and he has done nothing in 2 years.
He's
done nothing.
Can I ask you a
He's
question?
actually done
How many,
nothing.
Danny,
He's
how
actually
many
done
goals
nothing.
and assists would you expect a player to get in 12 minutes?
This guy's
Because that's how many minutes Van der Beek has played.
Okay.
12 minutes. What does he expect him to do?
12
Guys are
minutes.
asking-
That's
What do you
in
expect
one
him to
game.
do?
He's
No,
been
in the
there for-
season.
He's been there for what, a year and what?
He doesn't
A
play.
year and a bit. So it just doesn't make sense.
So you're saying that if a player doesn't play, it means they're not good?
A player gets better because they're not playing sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
And some
I
players get
just
worse.
don't- Okay, put him in and let's see what happens.
I'm hoping we do.
Okay, put him in. Let's see what happens.
Do you know who-
I really hope
said, I'm
Ole puts
hoping
him
we
in
do.
because that will be the last act that he does as a manager.
I don't think so.
Whoa.
He's
That's
not-
so loud.
He cannot play him in central midfield in the
Humble
Premier
blood
League.
scene. Because he said that's the
cannot-
last act he will do.
won't
Because
play
act
in
one,
the
scene
Prem-
one.
Listen, there's
Cause
some
Macbeth.
players that you look at them.
This is crazy.
Van der Beek was a
Tragic, a
top
tragic
player
day.
at Ajax, but since he's been in the Premier League,
So what's
he
wrong
just
with
doesn't.
so what is it about him that doesn't suit the Prem?
He just, bro, he just looks flimsy and weak.
So you have to. Do you have to?
He's not done nothing.
Yeah,
he
and
hasn't
he
shown
gets
nothing.
better because he hasn't played. Like,
He's not done anything in his career.
No, I'm not saying he hasn't done nothing in the Premier League. He hasn't been.
But
able
he's,
to
how?
show.
What can you do in 12 minutes?
Bro.
I don't get it.
I think that buy was just to try and annoy somebody.
No, he was. He had a deal. It was a goodbye. We thought Pogba was going.
I don't
Nah, this
want
is.
to
I can't.
talk
I
about
can't believe people have said
Granit
Granit.
Xhaka. Just don't
It's
want-
fine. Don't worry about it. Bro,
You
it's
just gotta
fine.
state your case, man. Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Let's
You
talk
have to
about something
state
else.
your
Yes,
case.
yeah, it's actually
Bro,
true as well.
it's fine. And I'm not Granit Xhaka's biggest fan. And you know that I'm not his biggest fan. But I can actually stand back because I'm not his biggest fan and say he does stupid things. But the
Very
majority, 90% of the time, he's like just a rock.
17.5%.
He's a rock solid member of that midfield. Like, I was shocked. I thought Partey would come in and Xhaka wouldn't play no more. But Arsenal tick better when Xhaka's playing. That's just the bottom line. When he's not playing, we just don't have control of the ball. We lose all control of the game. And when he's playing, he gives us that
So you're
control.
saying that he solidifies that team. He
He
cements
makes
it.
the team tick.
Okay.
That's just the bottom line. You might not like it.
Doesn't
but
do
he
anything
does.
special,
'Cause when
but
I
it's
watch-
involved.
For example, when I watched Arsenal yesterday, they just don't have any control of the
Don
game.
Sheon does not.
I
Look
agree
at his
with
face.
that.
fine.
I agree
We
with
just
that.
cannot control
Xhaka
any
is
of the
good.
game.
Xhaka is not rubbish.
We can't control the
I'm
game.
never one of these people that say, but the thing about Van der Beek for me is Van der Beek is the kind of player that doesn't rely on physicality. He's intelligent. He's pass and move, total football, Ajax style.
Bro,
The thing is, Oli doesn't have, like we said, the framework to incorporate these kind of players. The reason Oli plays McTominay and Fred is because they are two players that run around a lot. It's as simple as that. They run around more than Van der Beek does.
Do you Anderson was better than
think-
Fred. That's so rude. Sorry, go on.
And United Anderson.
Yeah.
But United Anderson was world class though. He was a top player.
Oh,
though.
no, man, just laughed out
Fred,
loud.
Fred is Anderson without the weight.
I don't mind.
Michael Darboe has said Xhaka is better than Fred. I'm just going to stay out of this part. Look, what I'm going to say is that we're going to move on to another highlight, and we'd just like to hear Fem's highlights. I can't hear the Xhaka talk, and I don't want to start.
My highlight is Aston Villa sacking their manager.
Oh?
After the win. Did they win or lose?
They lost
Oh,
5
Norwich
games in
won.
a row. Yeah, Norwich. Yeah, and the reason why I'm saying this is I called this a few weeks ago.
You did, and you put it in
some
the
mans
group
was
as well.
laughing. They were like, no chance.
You put it in the group.
I said, after they lost their first 2 games, I said by the 3rd game, when he started changing from a back 3 to a back 4 to dropping people, playing random defenders, I said, and then when they lost to West Ham, they got smashed. I said, nah, he's definitely. If it wasn't for Nuno, I was going to put money on him to get sacked next, and then Norwich would have blown that bet actually.
Yeah,
But yeah, after Nuno got sacked, the morning Nuno got sacked, I said to someone, Dean Smith's going to get sacked, you know. And it didn't look like it at the time because
lo
they
and
actually had
behold.
a good season. But Villa's owners are very ambitious. They've actually got very rich owners. A lot of people don't know that. They're actually one of the top richest teams in the Premier League, based on their owners. But yeah, nah, he's gone. He's gone. Like it's that's how quickly life can change, man.
A man's livelihood. Cuz it's a man's livelihood. You can't talk like that.
What about family, bro?
You
In the blink of an eye, man, said life
family.
comes
He's
fast.
He's getting paid out his contract, is he not?
Are you coming fast?
Bro, life came fast at him. No, it's mad because they had a good season last season.
It's mad. It's mad.
So that's your highlight.
Yeah, Villa done out here.
Okay. My highlight was actually seeing dunking goal. Now that was crazy to see. But he's so tall as well. But then what baffled me the most is that there was a few minutes still to play. If you're in goal for 30 seconds, cool. That's irrelevant. But once Sanchez has been sent off, every single time the ball passes the halfway line, I'm going to take a shot. Just
How long was he in goal for?
He was in goal for about 7 minutes, I think. About 7 minutes. And he never touched the ball.
And Newcastle had a free
They had
kick.
a free kick. They had a corner. And the keeper has not touched the ball. That is unacceptable. And listen, as soon as I pass the halfway line, I'm gonna challenge him. I'm gonna do a pop shot. I couldn't understand for the life of me when I was listening to. Yeah, but I was listening to Alan Shearer after, and he was. I don't know what's the word past livid. Incandescent. I mean that one. He was so angry that no one has decided. You know what? Let's just put the ball at the keeper's up. Let's just make the keeper jump and catch the ball. Anything, bro. He's not a goalkeeper. He's a defender. That was a highlight for me. I was thinking, no way. They're gonna put in at least 2. Last few minutes, they're gonna put in 2. But yep.
He got sent off in the 90.
And they played to the 98th minute.
Oh, they played to the 98th.
He played to the 98th minute, and there was 2 set pieces post that happening. But what I must
Did they
say is
appoint
that
their manager to that?
what Sanchez actually done was kind of level with what your boy done, Luis Suarez, when he destroyed Ghana's hopes. Because he done it, and Ghana went on to lose. And similarly, Newcastle, he took the red card, and what would have been a certain goal for Callum Wilson ended up in nothing. So, in that essence, he saved his team a point.
Sorry, before you move on to your next highlight, can I just shout out Brighton's stats?
Yeah, but you always shout.
66% possession, 14 shots to Newcastle's 34% possession, 6 shots.
Yeah, but
That's
you
not-
love
Bob,
Brighton.
You see what I was saying to you about process? Brighton,
I'll take Graham Potter at United.
it wouldn't work, man.
You would.
It wouldn't work. I think United need a ready-made superstar manager. Okay, all right.
A man said no.
You lot forget.
No, you've done the.
You forget that somebody said this, and then who did we sign? Jose Mourinho.
No,
Jose Mourinho finished.
Is
Exactly.
a fraud at the game.
Time, they said it was a ready-made manager.
No,
No,
he's
not
a
Talbot.
fraud.
Not Talbot.
Bro,
I told you
I'm talking
about.
about he's a
A dinosaur.
You weren't
Bro,
there,
there's
when-
only
Give an example. Give an
there's
example
only
of a
few
manager.
elite managers
Like
in
who?
world football right now. Conte was ready-made plug.
Was
He's a
Tuchel?
plug-and-play
Was
manager.
Tuchel?
Tuchel is a
How? He had
plug-and-play
won nothing.
manager.
Why was he a plug and play?
How is he won
He
nothing?
had won nothing before
Yeah,
Chelsea.
but Tuchel was an elite manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why PSG picked him up.
Right, so you're talking about that's not an elite manager. Or
No,
a
but-
very good. It's not the same as a
Pochettino's
proven
won
winner.
nothing.
Exactly.
Pochettino's won nothing.
Exactly.
But he's at PSG
Yeah,
right
but,
now.
but I'm saying I would take Pochettino. I'd
Yeah,
take
that's
I'd take Eric Ten Hag. I'd take don't know about Ralph Ragnick, but potentially I'd take a young manager who is tactically astute. A
Yeah,
good coach.
you can.
That's what I want.
Question
Okay,
has been
but
asked.
how
Will
many-
the stars of United respect Potter?
Yes, I think the Stars will respect anything that's tactically makes sense. Personally,
Okay, all right.
Fair enough. That was my highlight and the final highlight, because we don't want to. We spent so long on Man United and we didn't actually even go into why they are such a shambles. We actually didn't even go into that, but we'll move past that. What I do want to bring up though
All it
is
takes is
actually
foot off
personal
his
to you.
neck.
By the
Don
way-
Sheehan. No, this is personal to you.
don't let us pump you.
This is personal to you.
We'll play them in free games.
Yeah, but
Just don't make that mistake.
Well, you should be whacking
Do you know-
everyone.
do you know what the problem
But
is?
that's the problem. You should
You
be
know the
beating
thing-
everyone.
You know what the thing with Arsenal is, yeah? Arsenal are an anomaly in this league, as in they just don't. They're just dead. Like,
Bro, no one
they're just,
expects anything of us, nothing
Arsenal
at all.
are actually just they'll like.
But no
all
one
the-
expects
all
anything
the
of us.
Arsenal games
That's
will
a
be
fact.
a one
No
or
one
two
expects
goal
anything
swing.
of us.
Arsenal are not gonna get in
Yeah.
sling outs with teams. They're never gonna be.
By the way,
Your team is a rubbish.
No one expects anything of us.
Isn't rubbish.
No.
Bro, okay. So,
By the way, our third oldest player.
Are you trying to write your own narrative here?
yeah,
Wait,
no,
you're telling me
yeah,
Arsenal's
I've had enough.
11 is crap. Do you know how
Our
many players I
third
take?
oldest player on the pitch yesterday was 24.
What's your point?
Yeah.
Because you can't talk to
I just
Sheehan
don't-
about
I-
Arsenal.
I don't understand. United
Somewhere
have a-
deep down, he's got. I don't know. He's a bit like Tonks.
No, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
Arsenal have quite
That's
a
what
few
he's like.
players that I really like. I liked Gabriel. I wanted him for United when he went to.
By the way, Aaron Lenz is. That's what I said. You should pump everyone. So beating us, you can't get a hoorah
You
for
can't
doing
say
that.
you should. You don't.
You should beat
where,
everyone.
Where do these expectations come from?
From CR7.
That's the problem. That doesn't make sense.
From
It
Bruno
doesn't make
Fernandes.
sense. It doesn't
from
make
Paul
sense.
Pogba.
You can't say
from,
CR7.
that doesn't make sense.
You should
From
ban- say your
Greenwood.
next bench should be pumping everybody.
From
Your
Greenwood.
next
What
bench.
do you man call Gunwood? Is that what you still calling
Oh,
that?
do you know what?
Is that still happening or is that stopped?
So what you mean to say
Is
is
that stopped or is that still happening? Is Gunwood
still a
still
gun,
happening?
man.
Is he still?
Yeah,
Is
he's
his
still a-
name still Gunwood though? Is that
yes,
still okay?
yes, and
is
refer to him as such.
Is Shawberto Carlos still his
He's
name?
still Roberto Carlos.
Jesus of Nazareth. Okay, look, what we're gonna do, we are not gonna be. These are not gonna be the views of the dugout. They're gonna be the views of Shay.
You know what you're doing?
specifically.
You're trying to fool us.
Into
You
what?
might.
What? Arsenal are not what we are,
I know
bro.
you can't fool yourself, but you're
Into
trying
what?
to fool us.
Into
that,
what?
That you expect Arsenal to be shit every week, but you don't. You know why? You
Bro,
don't?
I predicted
No,
us.
let me
I
tell you
predicted
why.
us in our money league that we'd finish ninth this
what-
season. I actually
what you're doing,
thought
what
that
you're
we'd
doing.
finish ninth this
It's a
season.
tactic to not have your heart broken. It's all right. I know.
Bro,
Some people want
every week I
when people
expect
don't
my
want to
heart
be
to be broken.
disappointed. When people don't want to do, they don't
But
even.
let's move
They
past
don't even
the,
have
let's not move past
expectations
the point.
anymore. innit?
Let's not move past the
Saka
point.
is a brilliant
That-
player.
yes,
Apparently,
he is.
someone who's better than Greenwood and Foden. Apparently, Saka's a brilliant player.
Who has said he's better than Foden? No one has said he's better than
never said
Foden.
he's better
He
than
has
Foden.
never said that. I can put my hat on it that he's never said that. Foden is a class above everyone.
All right, fine. So Saka's a brilliant player, yes or no?
Yes, he is.
England international. Ben White is a good player, yes or no?
Yes,
No, Ben
he
White's good.
Yeah,
He
he's
is
a
good.
good
I
player.
told you guys it was good. England international. Gabriel is a very good centre back.
By the way, speaking of that quickly, what's going to happen when he's gone international
He's been
call?
called up for Brazil. Yeah, Gabriel got called
Yeah.
up for Brazil.
And then
Emil
what happens
Smith-Rowe
when
got called
what
up for
happens
England.
when we play Liverpool? Does Gabriel feature?
He does because I looked at the fixtures.
And what day is he? What day is he back in England?
Wednesday.
Oh, not bad, not bad.
So Brazil are
Not
playing
bad,
out. Brazil
not
read
bad,
the
yeah.
schedule. We have to look after our interests.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
man,
yeah.
to go and look at all Brazil's
That's
fixtures.
not. Yeah, that's not. That's
when your players are getting called up, in the
not just
last
not
minute,
South
man.
American ones as well. Yeah, you don't want that.
Because last qualifiers they played on a Thursday, but this one is on a Tuesday night. They're playing Argentina actually. The game that got abandoned when the
Yeah, because man came on the field.
when
Yeah,
the health
yeah,
inspectors
that was
came on the
crazy.
field.
Aaron Lenz has said, he said, Ramsdale, Ben White, Tierney, Kroos and KDB all start for United. Do you agree?
What's the predictions?
Well, he's asked you a direct question. You have to say it's no or yes.
What's the predictions?
Yes or no?
Aaron Lenz
I
on the
just wanna know,
timeline.
you're asking me if
Don Shea is
Emil
not
Smith-Rowe-
respecting your question.
If Emil Smith-Rowe starts over Bruno, is that what we're asking me? Are you taking a piss at?
He's asking you a very direct question.
Aaron.
But Emil
Aaron.
Smith-Rowe's been playing left side though.
So who over who? Rashford.
He's asking a direct question. All it needs is a direct answer. That's all.
Who else did he say? Kieran Tierney.
He said Ramsdale, Ben White.
Ramsdale starts over De Gea.
He's just-
Ramsdale's been good, but so
Bro,
has De
he's
Gea.
asking a direct question. He's
Okay,
asking a direct
I
question.
think Ramsdale and De Gea is a toss-up. I think they've both been very good.
Ben
Who
White.
else? Ben White's anyone that has two legs will start over Maguire right now. Go on.
Tierney.
Has Tierney been playing for Arsenal?
He's
I
been,
thought he was
he's
injured.
been, he has been injured.
He's been back. Okay.
He's been injured.
Yeah, he's been injured, so he doesn't.
So
Who else?
he said Emil Smith-Rowe
Does
And
not
that was-
start. And
That's what he
if
said.
there's one place that we're jam-packed is attacking options. So none of.
Arteta's doing an incredible job by the
He
looks
said,
of things.
and Gabriel. He said, yeah,
By the looks
and
of
Gabriel.
things. Arteta's been working beyond his means.
Aaron Lenz, has said, he's asking you just very direct questions that he said must be answered on the timeline. He says, you have less clean sheets than Arsenal, yes or no? He's just making it very closed now.
Yeah, we have less because you guys are a better team.
How? Sway?
Because a team.
Why do you want the Kanye reference in there?
Bro, I'm
because
trying to
a
understand.
team isn't a list of names on a sheet of paper.
Yeah, but I tell
A
you
team
what
is
is
a
something on
system.
paper. 9,600 billion. Well, I don't even know what the actual figure is. I don't even want to be funny.
So what? You mean to tell me? You mean to tell me that teams? That
the
team.
billion,
So
the
what?
billion that you spent,
Uh-huh.
you have to get some kind of reap from there. There has to be a
Return.
return.
So
There has to be.
so let me ask you a question. Ronaldo is at United. Was at Juve last year. What return did they get from all the money? Okay, so United aren't the first team to spend money and not get a return.
No, but you can't.
What
just
return
use
has
Ronaldo.
PSG got?
No, we want. No, PSG are going to win the league.
Yeah,
They have
but
got-
they always win. I'm talking about.
No,
that's
but
what.
they-
That's not.
But you just asked what return. I
No,
give you
no,
an
no.
answer. Straight up.
That's not the return they care about. So let's not
Of
bring
course.
that in.
Okay, so they've got one trophy to play for all season, bro.
Yeah, and they don't win it.
I hear you, but what you're saying is, do they get any return? Man United fans, for example, they are in a position where they're looking, oh, our front line here, forget everything else. Well, you've got world-class Maguire and Champions League winner Varane at the back, yeah? Cool. So you're thinking, and you've got world-class De Gea, as you've already alluded to. At this point, why are Man United not in the running for anything? Like
There's two main reasons.
A
Firstly,
League
there's two
Cup.
Can we not pretend that the best three managers in the entire world are right now at the Premier League? Firstly, so you're saying that United are not competing for the Prem at all, yeah? But in about
not
in
competing for
5 games,
anything,
no,
bro,
in
anything.
in 5 games, City or Liverpool could also be out of the race. By the way, there's nothing to say.
No, but what
because
the quality. It's not just a Prem question.
So
Now. What I want to know
we
is
only
why are Man United not in a position to compete for anything?
But that's not true though. How can we not be in a position to compete for anything?
What are you competing for?
Well, are you talking about the position, or are you talking about
No,
our
no.
ability?
As
'Cause
a
we're still
as
in
a,
the champs and we're still in the FA
as a
Cup.
whole, yeah. But what I'm saying is that being
What
in
do you
it, do you believe that
Yeah, I
you're
was
in a
about to say
position
that.
you're in a position to go and
with the
and
best
get-
teams.
Yeah, and go and compete.
Because we're not a great team.
But okay, so then it comes back to the point that I made about maybe 45 minutes ago. who is responsible for you not being a good
But
team?
I've told you, it's
But you said
the
that-
board, the players, the manager. They've all got the board for not getting in a DM when every single person and their mum could see we needed a DM.
I
The
don't know.
manager for not making a system, and some of the players for deciding to go on the
But the
worst
ma-
run of forms in their career. It's
The,
simple as that.
the manager has to employ a system, as you said, that
But we have though.
that even if the players, as you say, are possibly, I don't know, in a lack of form, what you said about earlier is that there's a system that we use City again that they play where you just see they can close their eyes and get the ball to someone. That is instilled by the manager.
But that sort of system isn't easy to create. You need only
regardless
elite
of every-
managers. Can
Yeah,
make
so
that.
then it comes back to the point again. We keep coming full circle. That stops at the manager again. Once
That
again,
part does, yeah.
yeah, but then if you have the manager, do you think that your fortunes will change, even if it's mid-season from January onwards? If you had a new manager, that you could then
That
all of
all
a sudden
depends
kick on.
It depends on who the manager is.
But okay, say you got an elite manager, yeah.
Who though?
The point I'm making is that does the buck not stop now at the manager? We keep coming full circle. Does
But
it not stop?
I never
at-
said it never did though.
No, you said Oli in.
I said I'm only into the end of season only because there's
So that
no
means that you-
other
Just
options.
So that means, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You want to waste the entire. It's still only
What is the
November. You want to.
alternative?
Do you know
What is the
what? You want
alternative?
to.
Wait, hold on.
You
What
want
is
to
the
waste.
alternative? Just
you
sign
want-
anyone.
Can I say
You want
something?
no, but you want to waste the
bro,
rest
let
of the
me-
season.
can
I
I
know
say-
you.
wait,
I
wait,
know
wait.
you're not going to compete for
What
anything.
is the alternative, Tally?
Can I
Bro,
say
you-
something?
I don't know.
Let
So
me
then,
say-
that's what I'm saying. There's no
You know,
alternative.
The board have to know that. They have to know.
That doesn't make sense. You can't just.
course
Do you know,
they do.
do you know what?
You just build a
Do
manager.
you know what this is exact? This is. Do you know? I'm going to be honest with you.
Don't say Lampard.
No. It's not Lampard. Well, Chelsea fans were on.
But that was
Lampard
nonsense.
from
There was a
early.
good alternative. If Tuchel was on the market,
Yeah,
if
but you know
Pochettino was
what
on the
this
market, get
sounds
rid of
like?
Oli now.
This sounds exactly like the last couple of years of Arsene Wenger. This is how I and other Arsenal fans were.
But that doesn't make sense because
No,
there was
this
loads of good
exact-
managers for
Yeah,
Arsenal.
there was, but everyone kept saying we can't do it during the season. Why would we do it during? And every Arsenal fan knew we're just wasting another season, especially that last year that they gave him a 2-year contract. We all knew it was a waste of time.
Didn't he just come out and say that he should have left sooner? That's what Arsene said himself.
Yeah, that video. Yeah.
Why has he done that in the film? Yeah.
Apparently, there's a video clip in the film of his last day when he was coming out in the tunnel,
And what happened?
and he was apparently he was just not on it. He was just like he didn't want to do it. He said it felt like his own funeral. He was being invited to his own funeral.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Yeah, but it actually feels like that with Man United, like where they just can't. They're just like you're literally you not like. Unfortunately for
It's a
you,
valid question.
you're just
It's a
not
valid
going to
question.
win the Champions League, are you? Because every time you come up against a superior team, they just wipe the floor with you, and there's nothing. I'm not being rude.
You are.
No,
The
it's
word is not
No,
necessary.
See what Man
But you could
City.
have said lose.
Do you
You
know
could have
what?
said lose. You could have said
come
lose.
off Man United. See what Man City did on Saturday. Yeah, that performance was ridiculous.
He's got. Yes, it was. But
That
there's
performance
a
was
load of
ridiculous.
direct questions that have been asked. Who from the top 10? Says Shayon has said. It's actually his name is on the timeline. It says Shayon has said that Ole is a top manager, top 10 manager. Who is to blame then at Man United, and who would take Ole from the top 10? Which teams from the top 10 would take Ole as their manager?
That's a good question. I think.
Oh, he said that's a good question. So he is ready to interact with your direct questions, guys.
As in the
They
question-
are asking very direct questions.
I don't mind. Are you talking about the current top 10 or who I think the top 10 is?
You can try and do a quick one of both.
Alright,
Who
well,
you think
current,
would do?
current top 10, I mean,
Why is David Moist's team above yours? Are their players better than yours too? Another
You said
direct
players.
question.
I never
No,
said
you
players.
just asking. I have to.
yeah,
I
no,
have
read
to
out
interact
the,
with
the questions that make
Is-
sense.
Is Ole better than David Moyes? And if so, why are they above you? Consider that question direct. Does Ole win?
Is Oli better than,
does-
is David, can I ask the person
Does
that question?
Ole win the title with Man City? These are direct questions.
Why would he win it? Of course not. He's not. Anyway,
Okay,
Is-
the top 10 question. Let's answer that
Right,
one because they want to.
okay.
They want to hear that.
in the top 10,
And they wanna
I
hear it
think
from you.
Ollie's better than the Wolves manager. That one is a matter of fact in the current top 10.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Ollie's better
The
than
guy
Wolves
won the
manager.
league in Portugal. I don't understand. There's no respect here. You just told me that Van der Beek was amazing for Ajax in the.
Yeah, but he's allowed to contradict himself. That's part of the dugout.
That's not a contradiction. Why is it a contradiction? I don't get it. Firstly, I've never spoken about Van der Beek's league form because Ajax were always going to win the league. He was good in the Champions League.
Okay, but you're anyway. All right.
Has your Wolves manager managed any Champions League games?
Is not happy.
Bruv, he won the league in his country.
What, Portugal?
Yes, wherever he won it. Wasn't
No, but Sheldon picks and chooses who he wants to respect. And
Wait, that
disrespect.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Winning
So-
the league in your country makes you a fantastic manager. If you're
He
outside
didn't say- by the way, Femi has not
Wolves-
once said fantastic
Wolves-
manager. He said, "Is Ole?" He said,
do you
"Is
know
he
what the
better
way
than
you should look at
relegated
it?
Ole?"
Do you
That's
know
what he's
do
asking.
you know how you should look at it? Yeah.
Wait, did you say relegated Oli?
When
That's
Wolves,
what
But Oli's got a league as well.
when
That's what he's
Wolves,
asking.
Wait, Oli's got a league as well, though.
okay,
But that's
when
what he's
Wolves,
asking.
So why are you calling him relegated Oli if he's league winner Oli?
Because that's the one they like
do you
to
know
talk
what?
about.
I
Relegated Ole.
think the way they're asking the question is who would take Oli as their manager. So when Wolves sacked, what's his name? The guy that got bounced twice in 6 months, would they have taken Oli as their manager?
I think from now,
They would take him over Bruno Lage.
Yeah.
They said no, he's not better than the Wolves manager. Stop that.
All right. I'm
United need the old and the new gods to beat Wolves. I don't know what's happening. United have the same number of clean sheets as Wolves. Don actually has respect for Ole's ability. That's quite funny. Okay, so maybe I don't know. This is what's happening on the timeline. They think. Oh, you haven't given any answers. They are waiting.
I
Still.
got a couple questions for you guys.
Okay.
So you both are saying you don't rate Oli at all, really.
I don't. It's not that I don't rate him. I just think that he cannot be at Man United.
But
football
I
club.
agree with you on that. But now we're talking about.
But that's
even
the
other
only
clubs, man, people are saying he's not. That
No,
good.
you said what team from the top 10, but no one's given any answers. You haven't given any
I have.
answer.
I've said-
You said Wolves.
Yeah, I've said he's better. He's better than the Wolves manager. Right now, it's difficult with the current top 10 because they're all on form. Wait until the season shakes out. If you said the top 10 from last season, I would have said.
Go on. Who?
If you said the top 10 from last season, I would have said
Roy Hodgson?
definitely Roy Hodgson. He's better than.
What to
I
take what Oli over Roy Hodgson?
Wait, can I ask you, man, something? How did Oli come second in the league last year?
Keep going. Keep
What did he?
going.
What did he
mind
do?
him. Don't mind him.
Wait,
Keep
how?
I would
going.
take Oli over Roy Hodgson personally. I would. I don't rate Roy Hodgson at all.
That is such
Can
a
I ask you?
ridiculous
Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something, Tally? Let me
That is
ask-
such a ridiculous question.
and I need to ask you
Is
a
Roy
question.
Hodgson even alive? Bro, anyone would take Oli over Roy Hodgson. That's such a ridiculous question.
But I never asked that question.
Oh, I thought you okay.
You said last season.
Okay, no, I don't even know if he's still. I don't know if he's still alive. I don't even know. Bro,
Let me ask you guys a second. How did
take you
United
over
how did
Hodgson.
United come second last year?
I think a lot of people were extremely poor. That's my
Like
personal
who?
opinion. I think that a lot of
Liverpool.
people
Was City poor?
Liverpool was super
I
poor.
think
City
Liverpool
won the
was-
league and they weren't even that good.
I think that.
What?
I think that
City
Liverpool was
remember this time last season, City were.
They then went on a 19
They were with Arsenal in 13th place.
and then they went on a 19 game unbeaten run.
yeah,
what are you
because
talking
their
about?
defense is ridiculous.
Yeah,
that's
so they
why.
were good. They just didn't have a great start. I think anyway, look, I think Oli, my last take on this, and I actually don't really care what people think. I think Oli's he's a decent manager. He's decent, he's a good manager. He's just not good enough for Manchester United. I think he'd make a decent manager elsewhere.
Why just lose 6?
But I've asked you a question, but you keep ignoring it.
What is the question? Who can it be?
Yes.
The
It's Man
board have to
United,
know
man.
that, bro. The board.
Why is he
Someone
asking?
has to
I don't
know.
understand.
But someone has to know.
Can you
They
guys
have to
answer a
find
question?
way.
Can you answer the
Oh,
question?
we don't.
I'm not answering, but you're not. But you're on the dugout, so that means you have some football knowledge.
Someone has to. someone
Use the
has
football
to.
knowledge and answer the
No,
question.
bro, because you can't
Alright.
say
This
who's
is
going to
Man
be
United,
available. Bro,
man.
someone
People are
has to
pointing
come
out a
in.
problem and no solution.
Bro, you can
Bro,
walk
your board
to
has to find a
majority of the
solution. They have to
teams.
find
I'm
a solution.
saying if you were on the board,
Bro, I'm not on the board, bro. Otherwise,
that's
I'd
what
be
an if is.
On a level,
If
like,
what-
hypothetically,
okay,
I'll
let's
just-
ask
but
you
you
a
know
question.
what?
In the words of John Sheehan, if my aunt
Hypothetically
had...
speaking.
Listen.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yes.
Like, just so that we can expand on the conversation.
no, but the problem, they don't want to answer any question. They
I'll answer
like,
what
I was going to answer the question.
Go for it.
If
This
I was
question.
on the board
now,
with, yes, I would go out, put all the stops, and get Brendan Rodgers. Okay, there you go.
That's his opinion. That's his
Oh,
opinion.
there you go.
What are you saying? Like,
That's his opinion, and he's-
I would go out and
It's
get
his
Brendan
opinion,
Rodgers.
and he's significant.
I like Brendan Rodgers a lot.
Then Ole.
I think he's a better manager. I think he'll be another stopgap. I don't think Brendan Rodgers is going to take us to a
But
whole new level 4 or 5 years
I
ago.
could have just
Hold
said
on.
go and get an elite manager,
Hold on,
but you
hold on.
laughed at that comment as
No,
well.
I would like. That's my point. I want a great. But firstly, Brendan Rodgers has been in the Premier League for 2 seasons. Yeah, has he finished above Oli once? No. So
He's
I
a
don't.
manager
there's
of
a-
Leicester.
Leicester's team is
City.
not dead. Let's not try.
But he's the
Leicester's
manager
team
of
is-
Leicester.
What's your point?
Ollie's the manager of Manchester United.
What does that mean? Names don't mean anything.
No, it does. Bro.
Arteta's the manager of Arsenal.
Football's changed.
Bro,
Yeah, but look at the squad that
players,
Man United
Oh, we didn't have that. What do you mean?
compared to Leicester.
What? Do you know how many Leicester players would start for United, bro? And anyway, my point is, I'd take Brendan, but he'd be so expensive. We'd have to pay like 30 million.
Forget the money now.
How can you say forget money?
Because you asked at the board level. This is what I'm
That's
saying.
what
You
the
asked at
stuff that
level.
the board worries about.
Yeah,
Money.
but no. What they worry about is what's happening in America. So they want to know if they can leverage your club and get more money for their American.
So they do worry
interests.
about money.
Yeah, for their American interests. It's not
So they
about.
do
it's
worry
not-
about money.
It's not about the fact of what Fem said. You asked the question, he gave a very direct answer. In saying he would pull all the stops. All
I
the stops
understand
is
that.
The P's.
Yeah, but I'm saying that for me is not. I hear his solution,
Yeah,
but it's not a feasible solution for us for 2 reasons. One, we'd have to pay money. 2, it assumes that Brendan would leave Leicester.
No, but he just said that he'll pull out
Manchester
all the
United.
stops. He said he'll pull out all the stops.
It'd be so much money. It'd be so much. I think it'd leave, but it'd be so much
If you
money.
spend 20 million hiring a manager that you think is going to take you to another level, is money well spent.
Easily as well. And it's money well recouped as well.
I just think, give Oli. United are 6th. Okay, people are talking like we're in the relegation zone.
Who
We're sick.
said that?
But I said people are talking
everyone
like-
thought that you lot were going to be top.
Nobody
People
thought,
thought-
no,
no,
anyone
people
who thought
thought
that is
you
an
were
idiot. Come
Well,
on.
people thought you were
Nobody
gonna be
thought that.
I've heard Man United fans.
I've heard Arsenal fans say that they're going to be the champs at the end of the season.
No,
So we're both
no,
having
you
fun.
have
What
not.
Arsenal fan
No,
is
you
saying
have
that?
not.
I've heard Arsenal fans say they'd be in the
Prove
champs.
it. Prove it.
And they're delusional. So,
No, you have
yeah,
not. No, you're lying. You're actually just lying.
I haven't seen that.
What do the kids say these days? Cap. Cap, that is-
but I, all right. But I've heard Arsenal fans as well say that
Say
you'd
that
be in
what?
a Europa spot.
I think that I said that we was going to finish 9th this season. This is I'm going
I
to hear
said-
this.
Oh,
I
stand
said that we
by.
was going
Stand
to finish
by.
9th.
Do we have a change of?
Yeah?
I said 6.
Do you still think you're going to finish 6th?
9th this season.
So where do you think now?
I
What do you think now?
believe now that we should finish higher. I thought we was going to finish. I said it to Aaron, who is not here, that we're going to finish 9th this season.
But where do you think you're finishing this
I
season?
think we can.
Based on recent performances.
Finish 7th. I believe. I believe so. I believe we can finish 7th.
Listen.
And that's me being realistic. Over the course of time, I believe over the course of
Where do you think? Where do you think Man United is finishing this season?
He said third earlier. He said third.
Still
third,
still
yeah.
He
further
said
fourth.
third earlier.
You
I
still-
didn't say 3rd.
So you did-
But
so
nobody
you-
say
third or
third or
fourth.
fourth.
Well, third, fourth, come
Top
see, come
four.
sir. Yeah, exactly.
And you're so confident that will happen.
Yeah, somewhat, yeah.
You know what the
We'll figure
problem
out.
for United
We'll
is?
stop the league. This is the
You know what
worst
the
United are playing
You
right
know
now,
what the
ever,
problem?
under
Yeah,
Oli.
you know what the problem that they've got is that, and I've seen this in the Premier League. Once the press, the pundits, the media get onto a manager, it's not going to stop until he's gone, and then that affects the whole club. I've seen it happen.
I agree.
with so
I
many
agree.
clubs.
Except for one thing, though. Oli has done this twice now. Twice
This
we've
is-
been.
but this
His
is
career
worse
has been almost at ruins. The only thing that made this worse
And
is
the pundits are on his side though.
and the fans are as well. A lot of people don't
I
know
don't
this,
know
but
about the fans,
United, no,
but he's
United
mad
fans,
them.
United fans in the
Neville
stadium
and
Yeah, but
Roy,
them boy love him
they're
still,
on his team.
and the players. A lot of the players are still on his side.
And Rio.
Yeah, so I think it's one of two things will happen. He'll either sort it out and we'll go back to above average levels, which with a squad like that, if you're playing a 6 or 7 out of 10, you're gonna beat majority of the teams in the league. It's just simple as
I
that.
was just gonna
Or
read
we
the
won't, and he'll
comments.
get moved on. Either way, I'm happy. He's either give him the chance to fix it. If he doesn't fix it, move him on and get someone else in. At the end of the day, without being shady, the difference is this.
Oh, stand by.
I can be disappointed
Arsenal
Stand
again.
by.
because my
stand
club
by.
has ambition
Is this Arsenal again?
and have quality in my club. I struggle and I cry about results. But then I look at my Ronaldo shirt and I realize that a world class player plays for my club.
You hung it up last time, and since you hung that shirt up, Man United have just
bad
kept.
omen.
Yeah, since
And
you
Ronaldo
done-
has kept doing what?
Yeah, but Ronaldo's doing it. On
But I
his
hung
own.
up the. I didn't. I hung up the Ronaldo
But
side.
it was,
So what has
it's a
Ronaldo done since?
shirt on a Man United kit.
Yes,
But guess what Ronaldo is doing? Scoring.
saving United.
Exactly. But what Man United have done since you done that specifically, I don't know, what, we call it Obia. Since you done that,
Yeah.
Man United have not stopped going backwards.
All right.
Since you done that, since that day.
All right. I mean, we're not.
This is your first day
Leicester's
back.
not. By the way, Leicester is not doing well either. So why would we? They're not even doing well now.
Any other news, guys? Any other news?
Let's before we wrap up. Let's
New
do
manager.
predictions
Have
next
you
week.
spoken
Yeah,
about?
we're gonna
Let's
do
do predictions next week.
Yeah, have you got them ready?
It's National Week. Let's do.
Okay, yeah, cool. Then that's fine. By the way, International Week, as always, you know what I do on International Week. I have to bring it up, but you know what I do. I always wear an international shirt. So, as always, I wear my Reggae Boys shirt.
We got the reggae boys then.
Yeah, big up the Reggae Boys, and we have got 2 games. We got El Salvador, and we have USA. So keep looking out for that. And for
USA
anyone-
is still good.
Yeah, no, USA are decent, man. But we've got El Salvador, and then we've got USA guys. So just so that you know, the Reggae Boys are in action this week.
Just a quick input from Aaron. Tired, he's not here at the moment. Just put in the group that Ole is shit and not better than Arteta.
But Don Shelton said he said that he doesn't know how to engage. How does Casper not start for United? Is
They're
another
debating
question.
that on the timeline.
Yeah.
What Leicester play. What was I going to say? Before we wrap up, I just
They
want
said that Shelton is peak Thai.
I just want to shout out West Ham, man. Flipping West Ham.
Yeah, no.
Can we talk about that?
But I said,
looking good.
but are West Ham trying to win the league?
No. But they look.
What are they trying to do?
Just keep competing.
They might win the
They're
Europa League, though.
They're trying
and
to get
qualify
top-
for
No,
the
but
Champions
you know
League.
they're
will
odds
not win
favourite.
Europa.
No,
They
they're
will
odds
not win
favourite. You know
Europa.
that.
They
They've
won't
been
do
the
it.
best
They're
team in
favourites
Europa
to win
so
it.
far.
But they won't win Europa.
They've been the best
good.
team in the Europa
Yeah,
this
they
year.
Yeah,
look
what do
good.
you think?
They
West
look
Ham have a problem.
What's the problem?
Their squad is small.
They've only got one striker in the entire squad.
But they...
And they're playing Europa
Hello?
and
Hello?
Prem. Yeah, no, it's a bad boy, but that's all they've got, a Europa and
Mikel.
Prem. So if they don't replace him, and he gets injured, they're going to just start struggling to score
Get a
goals again.
striker on loan in the
Yeah, but he's got to be a good one.
window.
That's the problem.
So where you reckon they finish this season?
West Ham will drop off. I reckon they'll get a 7th, 6th.
Yeah, it's that Europa League, man. If they
Aaron
keep
Lenz
going
is right,
far
so
in
hit that
man,
like button, guys.
If they keep going further in the
gonna be a
Europa
bit-
League. But one thing I did want to say, we'll discuss this actually at some point, is teams that rotate players in Europe. It's been proven that all the teams in Europe, especially in the Europa League, that rotate their whole team, they averagely do worse in their league season than teams who consistently play even their first team.
Because
in
they're not
Europa
getting
League.
enough minutes.
Yeah,
not
it's
getting enough
nuts. And I
time.
really thought about that because Arsenal, since they've been in the Europa League, they rest bare players
United
in the
don't.
Europa League. And then when it comes to league form, for some reason, the league form kept dropping off.
Suffers.
Yeah, and now I just think it is. You're bet. That's why West Ham are just because they play the same team nearly every week and midweek. They just change a couple of players here and there.
It's risky though, because obviously
I
you're
think it'll catch
rotating
up
it for
it catch
injuries
up-
and
it
stuff like
catches up
that.
to you in
Yeah,
April.
man. Football's football. It's
Can I
gone.
also say, back to the thing, I also think, I said this is a very big shout, so I'm explaining to you guys but I actually think,
own shout
I
is a
think
big
United
Yeah,
are
crazy.
more set up to win the Champions League. And I said this beginning of the season, let me finish.
Fem put his hands in his head.
We
His
left
head in
this.
his hands.
We'll go back to it.
I'm gonna let you finish.
The way
That's
we
what
play,
Kanye said.
the way we play, we're
gonna
more
let you
set up.
finish.
We're set
Let
up.
him land, man, please.
We're more set up to win, not in the current form because it's horrible.
Okay.
But if we get our shit together, we're not going to win the league regardless. We just
But you're
don't have
more
to
set
win
up to win the
the
Champions League
because Champions Leagues a lot of times are just blow for blow. Like there's not many
I
teams.
see what you're saying. On any day,
Ga-
it could be
any given
anyone's
night,
game.
right?
Oh,
And
okay,
this
cool.
a bit, and I think the United team, the firepower we have, is not. there are not many teams in the world that will actually stop us scoring. It's just a case of can we hang in the game.
Bro,
Also, we have got Mr. Champions League.
bro,
that also
can I
helps.
just say,
I'm wishing
I watch
on
it.
a
I
star.
I'm just saying, yeah. I watch your games against Atalanta. You are not winning the Champions
Wait,
League.
Atalanta.
I didn't want Femi to land.
Then I watch. If you meet Liverpool or Man City, you're not winning the Champions League, and you're likely to have to beat teams like PSG, Liverpool. It's just not going to
PSG
happen.
have been rubbish, but
That's fair enough. But
Now, when he puts
do you
it
know
like
what
that,
it is?
But anything can happen
do you
on a
know
given
what it
night,
is?
though.
That
it's true.
yeah, fine. And that performance
but
against
West
Man
Ham back to
City,
Liverpool. Yeah,
that performance against Man City,
Thank you,
I would
Alex.
be super worried. And I was about Arsenal, by the way, when they put in a performance like that against Man City.
which was worse than ours. But go on.
I don't know about that, to be honest. I actually don't know if it was because Rio said you had more shots against De Gea than you did against Alisson. I would be.
What was your scoreline?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, but it's because Man
Ain't
City was
that
just
your
playing the
keeper?
ball around.
What was your scoreline? What was your scoreline?
We had
Hold
10,
on.
but we had
Hold on.
10 men for the whole game.
What?
From the
Who said
18th
that?
minute.
Rio
What
said
was your
that.
scoreline?
We lost 5-0, but
Right,
you
right.
but you lost 5-0 to Liverpool.
That's
But we're talking about City. Okay.
but City,
You can't say a 2-0 is worse than a
but
5-0. It's not even possible. How?
Bruv, did you not watch the highlights of that game?
I watched the
punditry?
game.
The
They
game
were
was
like,
bad.
Keane
It was very
said
bad.
this is worse than the 5-0 against Liverpool.
It's not, is it really?
But
Well,
that's
it
what
was
is.
in
It
performance.
was the manner in which they got
The
played
manner.
out.
It was
If,
disgusting.
if my team put in that performance, I'm sorry, but there's not a chance that you're winning the Champions League because you're gonna have to play. You haven't even played Chelsea yet. Chelsea, Liverpool,
Can I ask you a question?
Man City.
Can I ask you a
Those
question?
three alone, and the PSG, Real Madrid. I'll be
Wait,
very
can I ask you a
worried.
question?
Man gave himself
At this
sound
point,
effects.
what month are we in? November. At this point last year, would you have said Chelsea would have won the Champions League?
That's a good question.
Are you?
It's a great question. Good question.
No, but the
We
question
left you
is.
stumped
it
there.
get-
Well
no,
done.
no, it doesn't because
The
it comes
bottom
back
line
full
is,
circle
Man
again
United-
about the manager. It comes
Yeah,
back
Man
now full
United-
circle again.
But I didn't say anything to do with the manager. I said the
The
team.
reason why they're where they
I
are is
said
because
our
they've
team.
changed.
Yeah, but I don't mind that. But I said our team is set up to win the champs. I didn't say.
But your manager's not.
Nothing.
Not set up to do
Potentially
anything.
Nothing in God's earth that you could do to beat Man City. I watched that performance on Saturday. There was literally nothing you could have done differently.
Man said
What can you
could have done it in space.
Can I just ask, what could
Man
they
said
have done
God's
differently?
earth.
Bruv, can
Of
I
course we
just
could have
ask
done
you a serious
differently.
question? What could they have done differently?
I know.
to
I
actually
think I know.
trouble Man City?
Put
I
an
know
extra
as
4
well.
players on.
No.
15 against
And
11
that was
maybe.
City That played 11 players. They didn't even bring on Sterling or Grealish or help me out. Who else was on the bench? I don't even know who was on the bench.
No, he's
He's
injured.
injured.
He's injured.
Yeah, that, bro, it will take a lot, a miracle probably.
But also Atalanta's second leg. That Atalanta we played the first team. They are not mocks. I can't lie.
Yeah, I'm not saying they are, but
And
they're
our
not
group is not
they're
easy
even-
either.
They're not the top team in Italy though.
No, they're the best attacking team in Italy.
Yeah, they're the best attacking team, exactly. Any team that attacks you just gives you so much trouble. It's unbelievable.
And then guess what we do to them?
What?
Give them the same trouble back. That's why they've not beaten
Did
us.
you? Okay, I watched that second leg of that Atalanta game. Not gonna lie to you, that team is not winning the Champions League.
The United
You're
team.
not- Yeah, you're not
I
winning.
mean,
the
we're
Champions
also
League.
playing with injuries, so
So were they as well.
not the second leg.
They were. They still had players missing.
They got all their best players back.
Okay, all right, cool.
Fair enough.
didn't
I'm
play as
not
well.
saying-
Okay, Mahrez didn't play as well. See. Anyway, all right.
Well, this has been the dugout again. Yeah, we gave you more time than we said we was, but it's because we did have a Man United fan who has been AWOL. You said do it next week, innit? So who has been AWOL? We are happy to have him back and to know that he's still with us because we actually weren't sure.
This week, then.
We weren't sure. No. Why do you think I have on my
I
Jamaica,
actually hate international.
my Jamaica Federation kit?
I actually hate.
No
I'm actually
one.
interested. More Arsenal players are getting called up to international.
Don't like that. No. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Shows the recognition.
But I don't like that. I just don't want. I like them to get called in and not play.
Why is Benjamin White not playing?
I like that you keep. I like that you keep adding the Benjamin. I like that you keep adding the Benjamin.
Benjamin White over who?
Are you having a laugh?
Benjamin White over who? John Stones.
It might be over Erica.
Tyrone makes
Might be over Erica Badu's boy.
Oh, he's been
Oh, Tyrone.
disaster.
Yeah.
He just drops disaster after disaster.
Yeah. Tyrone
No,
Mings.
there's no international break predictions because those games are absolute garbage.
Yeah, that's
Especially
not happening.
England are playing with San Marino.
Guys, the 2 games that are important: Jamaica v El Salvador, Saturday,
Brazil,
13th.
Argentina next week though. That should be good.
Jamaica, USA, guys. Jamaica, USA, Jamaica, El Salvador. I just can't keep repeating. Here we go. There you go. Hey, Sean. Yeah, it's got the camera looking at him. Yeah, that's the fadeaway. That's all I need.
Just make sure you beat USA.
Yeah, that's a tough game, bro. That's a really tough game.
Tough man.
And
They've
it's a
got
tough game.
Captain America plays for them.
Oh, it's a
Isn't
tough
that what
game,
the
and
Chelsea
they are
fans call him?
massive favourites as well. USA over Jamaica.
Jamaica. Yeah, Jamaica lose 3-0.
You gotta do it for the black people, bro. If you don't win, then might as well put it
3-0 to USA. It's Pulisic playing.
There's black people in America.
He's I don't know. He's fit, isn't he?
I'm saying do it for the
Is he fit?
enslaved.
You're moving very mad. You're moving very
Oh
mad.
yeah, by the way,
Cornfields.
quick one before we wrap up. Before
Beat
you
the
can turn it
oppressors.
off straight after this. What do you think about what's his name rejecting the international call up for the under 23s?
Who?
Callum Hudson-Odoi and Mason Greenwood.
He's right.
actually.
He's right.
Mason Greenwood is too good for the 23s. But
Well,
Callum,
they called him up.
I think
They-
Callum.
Well, the under 23 called up Mason Greenwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should have gone.
Why?
That's
For what though?
It's under 23s. He should have
Waste
gone.
of time.
But
waste of
Callum,
time.
do you think Callum's done with England then?
I think he's not done with England, but
I don't think Gareth Southgate will ever pick him for the senior team now that he's rejected the call up. I think he's going to play for Ghana. I think that's why he did that.
Charlie.
That is mad.
Good night.
Kwasia.
Charlie. Oh gosh. All right.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
End up. And
Yeah. What does that mean? Engine. No, Kwasia.
you're stupid.
Oh, okay.